Hello, hello there, Mandy. Okay, let's jump in. Dear Paul, how are you? I hope great. You began working friend. Yep, so we've got a direct question. That's fine. Excellent. How are you? I hope this letter finds you in good health. Great. Great start there. Well done for using the contractions there. I'm delighted to tell you that I started a new job last month, and as compared with a D on the end to my previous company, this new one is very huge. No, we don't say that. This new one is huge, and also offered me a number of benefits such as healthcare, extended plans, and better salary. Beautiful. The reason behind leaving the last job, okay, excellent, we're following the structure, is that they provided me less salary, and due to the fact of inflation, I was seeking for a possible salary increase. Okay, good. However, my manager didn't agree with me, so I applied for another job. Beautiful. Okay. My new workplace is pretty challenging because it is a multinational company and deals with other massive organizations in the market. Beautiful. This company creates new fashionable clothing and introduces them into the market. I'm working as a stylist, and my job is to create new ideas for clothing. Beautiful. Is to create new ideas for the product range, for the catalogue, for the suite of apparel. Just looking at different ways we could avoid saying clothing twice. In addition, I have more good news, another piece of good news. I'm getting married next year in December with the girl I have been dating since our high school, and you have to come and join me. Beautiful. I hope to catch up soon, or I hope we will be catching up soon. Best wishes, Mandy. Great work there, Mandy. Very impressed. Number of people travel every year either within the country or abroad. Okay, some people believe that traveling brings benefits such as an increase in economic activity and awareness in people about sacred places and in other nations. Great. Whereas is one word. Other people would argue that it also results in possible drawbacks such as spending a huge amount of money and possible crime that tourists could face. Okay? So let's see. And tourists, yeah, so rephrase it. We put a hypothetical sentence in there. It's higher level and it's less personal. I guess this was by locals. So yeah. Let's see. Such as spending a huge amount of money and possibly even crime. Okay? There we go. The primary advantage of visiting a new place is the increase in money flow in the market, which subsequently boosts the economy of the country. For example, the previous summer, my pals, that's too colloquial. Okay? So here, Mandy, alright, we don't give personal-ish stories like this. Yeah, we've got to generalize it. This is in the course. We would say something like, for example, it is quite well known that when Indians travel to Canada, that they can sometimes spend excessive amounts, is so much better than a lot, on purchasing a car, booking a hotel, and other transportation costs. Okay, so we want to make this list parallel. So we say purchasing a car, spending on accommodation, and other transportation costs. Okay, because we've got on a car purchase, food. But to be fair, not many tourists, when they go on holiday, purchase a car. They're more likely to rent one. Okay, so we need to rephrase this and just make the list parallel. Okay, therefore, the place where people are coming to spend their vacation or even a business trip can bring a reasonable amount of revenue. Another advantage. Okay, so these sounded like disadvantages. Okay, so we should be really clear that these stimulate the economy. Another advantage is by traveling, individuals can get education about different places, such as the history of that area, famous food that the place offers, and the use of currency of their country. Okay, so again, let's just rephrase this example, and that last part wasn't so clear. So let's just see. Okay, so yeah, the advantages. Really reframe this as like it's all stimulating the economy of the receiving country. Okay? Because that's kind of like the basis of your argument here, and then we can depersonalize it by just looking at it at a country level rather than your friend's personal experience or your personal experience in Canada. Okay? And this way we can keep it all as the benefits for the country, and it's clearer. We can say that all these costs add up, add money to the economy, and this stimulates employment, economic activity, and other beneficial. And it could even motivate the government to improve local infrastructure, for example. Okay? So again, here we've got a personal story. For instance, many Indians travel to Canada, or many Pakistanis, or many Nepalians, whichever example you want to do, in the last decade, okay, to study. And they learned how to use the local currency, and also learnt considerable amount of history regarding British Columbia. Okay, so it needs to be reorganized and reframed. On the other hand, going to other cities, yeah, that's okay. So again, this looks miles better actually. You can bring a number of drawbacks as well, especially tourists, especially. Okay, so we don't need a comma there. Especially tourists, comma. Just break it up a little bit, just to ease it. They can get robbed by the locals who wish to earn more money by charging unfair prices when they see new faces. Excellent. To illustrate this, no capital there. In India, people come from different nations, no capital there, to visit the holy places, and according to their reviews to the Indian government, no capital there, they realize that sometimes they get charged extra. Upcharge is not a word. It's not a usual word anyway. From tourist guides and shopkeepers because of not having enough local knowledge, especially about the prices in the market. Nevertheless, it is possible to waste too much money in travelling. Okay, so this seems like... Okay, so nevertheless discounts it, and it's more like a however, to give a contrasting view. So, don't really need that there. We just say, in addition, it's possible to waste too much money in travelling due to the fact that plane tickets, hotel booking, and food can be more expensive depending on the currency of the sending nation or receiving nation. So just be clear there. To conclude, travelling has its own perks and drawbacks. Moreover, the stimulus in the receiving economy and awareness among individuals is one of the possible benefits that tourism offers. Full stop. Unfortunately, tourists being overcharged is one of the serious drawbacks, rather than disappointing. Overall though, Mandy, great work, but remember what I said about the lists. capitalization, the punctuation, and also what I said in previous tutorials, two things actually. Try and work on developing hypothetical arguments because they force you to use the conditional, which is a higher level grammatical structure. So one thing we're teaching at the moment is like you can say your argument and then say it again in a hypothetical sense, yeah, and to pick up more points. Okay, great work there. And again, please email me at teaching@mcwwconsulting.com when you send an essay, and we can get the feedback to you much faster. Okay, have a super day and thank you. All the best.